Okay, so I'm going to ask, it might kind of sound a little weird, but I'm going to ask you guys a question. On a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being you have no motivation at all to work on on these issues that you guys are talking about today, and 10 being that you are completely gung-ho, you willing to do anything to fix this, things like that. I want each of you to kind of pick a number on that scale, and then I'm going to kind of ask why you picked that number a little bit. Does that make sense? Okay, I'll start with you, Seth.
I would say a 10. I would
10.
I would definitely do anything and everything. I just maybe don't know where to start, but yeah, anything. I'll definitely do it.
Good, okay. Charlie, what about you?
I guess 8.
8? Okay, good.
I'd say an 8 as well.
8 as well, okay, great. Why did you guys say 8? I mean, because that's a pretty high number. So what was your reason for choosing that?
Well, I guess if Dad's willing to work on things, I could try to.
Okay, great. Mariana, what about you?
I'm motivated. I'm a bit hesitant.
Okay, that's understandable. Okay, Jessica, what about you?
I would say 10.
10. Okay, great.
Of course.
And Leanne, what about you?
I could be a 5. I could go either way. She
Okay.
doesn't care.
Okay.
You don't do anything. You don't do anything wrong.
Well, I help. I help out Mom.
But you miss goody two-shoes.
Okay, well, just kind of drop back here a little bit. Like I said, I want to compliment you guys, especially now that you guys said your numbers, I feel like you guys are really, really willing and open to work on this, and that's great. I think, especially as a family, that you're all for the most part really are open to work on this. So that's great. Next, I'm going to kind of talk about or ask you about. Although, like Seth and Mariana, I think you said a 10, or
I said a 10.
you said a 10. Now, although that's a very high number, so there's really not any way that you can go up on the scale at all. But maybe if you could just tell me a little bit about what you could do to improve the situation, just to get an idea of kind of what you see yourself doing.
I could definitely start looking for a job.
Okay.
And seeing that that's the only thing that I have control over, unless someone calls me back, I can help around the house to make it easier in my life.
Great. Jessica, and again, like I said, even though you picked a high number, which is great, but what are some just kind of smaller steps that you see yourself doing to help improve with your family?
I guess I could help Mom with dinner more and try to spend more time with Charlie and Dad and try to spend more time with Leanne, even though she doesn't like hanging with me.
Okay. Charlie, what about you? You said you were at an 8, and that's a pretty high number, and that's great. What would it take for you to get to a 9, do you think? What kind of step do you think you could take to make it a 9?
Maybe try to spend time with the family more and not be gone with my friends all the time.
Okay, great. Mom, what about you?
I think I'm pretty much doing what I need to be doing and have been all along. So I think maybe if I see more contribution on Seth's part, maybe I can figure out what I need to do. But I'm doing a lot.
Okay.
I'm doing it all.
Leanne, what about you? You said you're at a 5. What do you think you could do to make it maybe a 6?
I really don't know. I guess maybe try to spend more time with everybody, but
Come out of your room.
I guess I could come out of my room.
Maybe you're my crab.
Okay.
That's fine. I could do that. She eats dinner in there too. She avoids all of us.
Okay. All right, well, with that being said, now I want us to work a little bit on, because while you guys are doing great work in here and will continue to do so, you still need to do some work at home as well. So I'm going to give you some homework, but I want us to kind of work on that together because it's your guys' homework, and we want to make sure that it's something that you guys, as a family, as well as, you know, as each of you, we need to make sure that it's something you guys can do and are comfortable with doing, you know, so we can kind of work it out and make sure that it fits everybody, okay? So that being said, talking about your numbers and those little things that you can do, what do you guys think you could do at home, specifically things that you could do at home that might help you start to achieve these higher numbers and these goals that you have for your family?
I guess I can cut down the marijuana use.
Okay. Now you said you use about 3 times a day, right?
Mhm.
So what would you be comfortable with cutting down to as your homework?
Yeah, I can just smoke at night and not during the day, so I can be able to get stuff done.
So how many times a day would you be willing to?
Just once a night.
So once a day you would be comfortable with, and that's something you feel like you can stick to?
Mhm.
Okay. And you mentioned about having some things done around the house?
Like I said before, just helping around the house, making dinner, cleaning the dishes, taking the trash out,
Okay,
and then also try to find a job.
okay, great. What do you think about that, Mariana? Does that seem like that would take a little bit of a pressure off you?
Yeah, I think it would help out a lot, especially in cutting down on the smoking. I mean, you know, I'm not opposed to it. I've said that to him, and I think it's great that he's even suggesting that, because he's been really resistant in the past. So I'm happy to hear that you're willing to do that.
Great. And what about you? What do you think your homework could be? Just as a whole, to just kind of help out the family, maybe.
I think maybe backing off a little bit. I think maybe just kind of let Seth take some of that responsibility on, and so in turn I don't have those feelings of just anger towards him. Maybe just kind of letting him step up.
Okay.
I could back off.
Great. Now, Seth, as far as the homework, I'm gonna hold you to those couple of things for right now, and then I think for the rest of you, I think for now we're just gonna start with kind of a family assignment. And what do you guys think you guys could do as a family to start? Mariana, you said you can back off a little bit. What do you guys, and that's great, but what do you guys think, one is something that you can do as a family to kind of help not only support Seth, but also kind of improve you guys as a family? What's maybe something that you feel comfortable doing at home?
I think, you know, I miss that we don't have dinners like we used to. We used to be able to, you know, have dinners and that time together, and we don't have that anymore. So that's something that I would really like to see happen. I think that'll kind of help us more with our communication, and just, you know, I love my children, I love my husband, you know, and I want to be around them, but it's just become uncomfortable. And I'd like to see that change.
Okay, so it sounds like dinner, having dinner together would be a good.
Everybody participating in the preparation and the cleaning up,
Okay.
and just really making it a family event.
Great. What do you guys think about that? Is that something that you would feel comfortable doing as a family?
I'm gonna miss my TV shows.
Okay.
TiVo then.
Fine. How many times a week do I have to do that?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Like I said, I'm not always home at dinner time.
I think 3 times a
I can
day.
get my friend's house a lot.
A day? Morning,
No,
afternoon, dinner?
3 times a week.
I think that's good.
Does that
I
sound
think
good?
that's a
3
good start if
times?
they're willing to,
3 times?
would be great.
Now what time do you guys normally eat dinner? Do you have a set dinner
No.
time or?
We plan for ourselves.
Okay, so maybe, what do you guys think about
6?
making a solid time?
That's fine.
Mariana, you suggested 6? Is
Yeah, I
that-
think 6.
Is that a good
She
time?
works, so it can give us some time to get ready.
Yeah, I get home around 4, so.
Okay. What about you guys, the kids? Do you all, is that a good time for all of you? Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
We've never done it, but I guess I would be willing to try.
Okay. Okay, so why don't we kind of focus, why don't we just kind of stick with that for now as kind of a starting point? And we'll kind of see how you guys do with that kind of stuff, Seth, with your own personal, those couple goals that we talked about, and then as a family, the dinner time. We'll kind of see how that works.
Perfect.
Now, what do you think, what kind of goals do you see happening or being reached with just these couple homework assignments that you guys have agreed to do? What do you think is going to happen, or what's the result of these, do you think is going to be on your family?
I think maybe spending more time together and just enjoying that time. Just more communication. I'd like, my daughter to get out of her room and, Jessica's grace, was so helpful. And, I miss Charlie being around too. And
Okay.
I think the stress will be cut off tremendously on everyone as a whole. I mean, we're family. We're supposed to be, or wanting to be around each other. And right now, it's not the case.
Not at
So
all.
there's obviously something wrong, but I think just the stress level would go down.
Okay. What about for you guys? What do you think the family dinners, what would you like to see the family dinners do for you guys?
Bring me closer to my brother and sister. We used to hang out all the time and have fun, and we don't ever anymore. She's always with her friend. He's always with her friends, and she's always in her room.
So it sounds like you're really looking forward to maybe getting to know each other or getting back to that family time. It sounds like you guys have been a little disconnected lately.
I'd like to see mom and dad talk more instead of just asking each other.
Okay. Any other goals that you guys would like to work on for now?
Go on vacation.
Go on vacation.
Yeah, but dad's gonna get a job first.
Okay. All right, well, like I said, we'll kind of start with those, and then if we want to make any other adjustments, then we can always do that later. But how do you guys feel about today?
Good.
Good.
better.
Better?
Structure and game plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel hopeful about maybe you guys' situation and improving it?
Definitely.